Hi everyone, welcome back to the Selenium training data-driven framework. We kind of completed this in 6 sessions for a sample application, and we went through the details of how to build it. Now let's repeat the same thing again, team. We're gonna go about going this process. We'll do it for a different application. So we know if this is the process for building. Everyone with me? Audio, video clear? Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Sure, Nalini, we can talk offline about it. Everyone have challenges, so we kind of finding a common ground. We need to get things done. That's the whole objective, team. See, the purpose of our learning, everyone, is to understand that we want to apply it into our career, either to get a job or to get a project into automation. So getting a job sometimes does not mean that you'll work on an automation project. So this, what you're doing right now, is a great chance to get your hands very, very deep into it. So now if I need to create for a new application, let's identify the application and a test. I'm going to work on youtube.com, team. Okay. What are the scenarios that we can do? One scenario that I've been asking about is, let's say, trending videos. So now let's start to prepare the test data. How would I want my test data to look? Oh no, I'll take this. Okay. It may have something like this. I don't know what it'll have, but I'll save this as YouTube and hyphen trending. Okay, DDF1. Okay, that's my name that we've given to it. Here, what I will say, team, is let us say that there is a trending video. Okay, and then I want to put a video number. So it'll start with the first trending video. Let us say up to the top 10 videos. That is what we're interested in. Oopsie. Okay, and this is a different type altogether, team, where it is more of execution of automation than testing itself. Remember, we were always talking about that we were moving from manual testing to automation testing. And in this process, 90% of your focus is in writing automation scripts, understanding how to do frameworks and so on. Testing becomes a small portion, team. From tomorrow's session, when we start our keyword driven framework, we will go deeper into exception handling and testing. Okay, now for YouTube, the concept is very simple. Let's say I go to youtube.com in a incognito window, and here there are trending videos. So I click on this trending, I go here, and I get the top 10 videos that are trending right from here. So I want to be able to capture the title. So see, I can already see certain information, correct? The channel name, the views, and day posted. So let's try and collect this information. I'm not putting test data yet, team. Title of that video, channel through which it is coming, views, posted, and then maybe there is a URL for that video. So these now are my output, team. Everyone with me? All of you have attended the data-driven framework. So this is becoming my output now. Okay. How do I get this information? That is the whole point. So let's save this. I know that I have this file. So YT trending -DDF1. Let's go back to our plan here and prepare test data. We kind of got the skeleton ready. Now write the basic Selenium WebDriver Java program. That's our next fourth step. How are we going to do this, team? At every time you get a chance to create a new project in Eclipse, do not hesitate. First, let's go to our workspace where we are doing all our trainings. This way I can export the whole thing and I can share the folder with you at the end of the training. So you can refer to them when you go back to repeat this. Eclipse is taking a couple of minutes to do it. So now for me, the most interesting thing will be identifying these elements. And it is not going to be easy, team. And this is where we will get smarter, a little bit more smarter at XPath identification. And the team has been working around it too. So let me see if someone can assist me if I face challenges. Okay, great. So I have this. A lot of things here. Can I create a new project altogether, team? So file, new Java project. And I'll call this as YTDDF. Fair enough. Keeping everything the same in the same default location of our training. Say finish. So under the same package explorer, now I have two projects. One, the basic Selenium, what we were doing with the data-driven framework. Now a new one altogether. So in this, I'm going to add a new Java class, and this will become my YTDDF1. Okay, and everything is correct. Source folder, package default is fine. I don't need a main method, but is not valid. Okay. DDF1, or I'm going to call this as YT1 underscore trending, or YT underscore trending 1. Okay, say finish. It's created a basic Java class team. And at this moment, let me add that simple JUnit method. So that comes to us. Let's go to our old DDF code. Let us copy the entire thing, team. Control A, Control C. Come back here. But I don't need the entire code. First, let's close all this. There are too many open. Save the changes. Open DDF9 from one project and YT trending from the other project. Just two tabs, so things are clear. Let's take one after the other. At before, do I need it? Yes, we need at before. What is it that we want to do? Now, I don't have a Chrome driver, my driver, JUnit, OpenQA. Why they don't get in recognized team? Main reason is you have not given your reference libraries. So see, here you have your JRE system library and reference system libraries. All these four have to be linked here. It does not matter where these drivers are, but as long as it can find it when it wants it. Okay, so right click on the project, properties, Java build path. Here is where we add these external jars. So how do these external jars work, team? Again, Java comes as a main parent library. I'm giving pen, it's not drawing. So Java is your main parent library, and around it are all jars, Java archived resources. They're libraries that help us to identify what is happening, what we could additionally do with Java, not the built-in. So these are additional features that Java is capable. So I'm going to add them, all these four of them, and say open. And say okay or apply. Now you see these are getting recognized, and you can kind of understand that a lot of things are there that we can do. Team, I also will need some variables at the top. These may change for me, but at least these core variables will be there. So right under the class, before my method start, I'm putting these variables. First is my driver. Second is XTD to hold the values. Third is just the number of rows and columns that we will know. Now in this, we are going to youtube.com, and that's our first thing, youtube.com. Now Excel path, let's give string Excel path and Excel path underscore result. Those two we need as well, so I'm creating them here. The names will be different. YT trending DDF1. I hate to give anything blank, team. as an input. I will just put a hyphen for everything that's blank. I can take this as an input, and maybe what we can do, but I need to say which is the uh, term, right? No, actually for trending, I don't need to provide any term. It is currently trending. So it is based on that date, right? Uh, Maybe we'll add a date as well later. Let's at least get this going. So save this and close this. I don't need this. And I just need the name of it now. YT trending DDF1 and YT trending DDF1 and hyphen res result. Okay, so that's my input, that's my output. Now my read Excel and my write Excel, let's get them as well, because those two would be important. My at after is also almost the same thing, so we'll kind of copy these two. The only thing I did not copy from the previous one team is the main test. There is nothing we will change in read Excel. We just need to know what we need to pass to read that information. The same, nothing to pass into or change in write Excel. We need to know what to pass into it. So here we will pass this and back into data, or we'll call this as trending. Okay. But we're reading it from data and we're sending it into trending. Now my main test. So the core of my main test will kind of remain the same. I'll take a couple of them. So between at before and at after. Let me close my at test so they know that that is for the fur. That is for the fur. So this is going to change. Now this is my test, and the test is get the trending videos on YouTube. So we will come to this rows and columns later, team. But first, let's try and execute it for one set of data. See, that is what we were also writing here. So run for hard-coded set of variables. Do it, the basic one, and see how it works. Then we can come back to the other thing. So where is this sheet? Let me reopen this. I need the column names. So primarily, team, let me change the color of these to blue, because these will become my outputs. So copy that, and I'm going to make them as few variables. String v title, v channel, v views, v posted, I'll say posted on, and v URL. So this is v video URL, I'll say. Okay, so that's easy for us to understand. And this content we have to get from the application. How do we get this content from the application? We have to do all that in our test. So first and foremost, my driver dot we already navigated, right, to youtube.com. So what is the second step, team? Let's identify the steps now. The second step would be to click on this trending. How can we click on this word called trending? So right click on it and inspect it. And I see span IDs, title, class, blah, 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 and so on. Right click and say copy HTML we give. Let's try just the basic XPath, team. Ting, 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 ting. Where was this? What is it that it's giving? ID is title. So if I just use this, will it work? That would be my big question. So my driver dot find element by dot id is title dot click. This seems to be the action for it. How do I know? By looking here, it says id is title is enough. I'm just taking that attribute and seeing if it can work. Okay. At this point, it should be going to this page. So once it goes to this page, the first thing that I'm looking at is maybe to identify this element. So inspect. This is a video title. Right click, copy XPath. And this is video title. Now, how about the second one? Oopsie. I'm not even clicking and going on their team. Inspect. Copy XPath. It's all video title it's taking, but let's see if it at least can get us the first few. Okay. Who worked on the project on this? Where you spend sufficient time fighting with and identifying the elements. So at this point, I should be able to see my application clicking and going to the first one. Or yeah, at least it should be able to click. Let's see if it does this so far. So JUnit test, say okay to it. So it's gone to YouTube. That's good. It's clicked on trending and clicked on that video. That's perfect. So now we could identify this element. Okay. So in that identification of this element, when I click on trending, we go into the trending and we clicked on this. For example, this is where it went, right? I think it's still playing. So we're trying to get the information before it goes there. So how about subtle information like this? Inspect. See, I'm seeing where BR football is coming. Very specific, I'm trying to inspect. Okay, YT simple, ting, ting, ting. I don't know. Copy. I'm just taking XPath copying right now. As simple as it can be for a long time, we're going to do that team. So ID is text. But you know, there's so many texts that could be there in the application. How about views? Inspect. Ting, ting, ting. Copy XPath. How about this? Inspect. It's copying XPath's team right now. Meta line, title, span 1, span 2. The first video should be able to get worked with these is what I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's try it out. So it is clicked here. So now I have these 4. So what's common is going to be this. My driver dot find element by ID video title. Now once I find this by video title, I want to get text. What is there? So we'll not click on it. Okay, click is fine. We're just gonna get the text, and the text I'm gonna put it into v title. Okay. Similarly, the next is v channel, and then I have v views, and then v posted on, and v URL. See, I'm still working for the first one team. Now this kind of will continue. Okay. What's changing here? ID is text hyphen a, all this is there. So this will become a by.xpath. Title channel, I think this is by.xpath. And the XPath value is this in double quotes, and this goes in single quotes. And then you get text. So always when we are writing this team, notice how you need to fill my driver and find element. And see, always find element has two brackets that are opening up and then two brackets closing. After that, you're executing. So be careful at these. If you have an issue, it will automatically throw an error. So I should be able to get hopefully my channel by this. And if I copy this onto here and just change this to span 1, maybe this will work too. We don't know till we run it team. And see, inside the double quotes, I can only use single quotes. Get text span 1. And then the next one was span 2. Posted on. Video URL would be my driver dot find element video title, same thing, dot get attribute, an attribute name that will be is URL. Let's see what it gets. Ah, come on. How stupid can this be? Sorry. All right. So hopefully I've got it. We don't know. And I'll say my title is plus v title. You have to write all print statements team, because what's happening with print statements is it's a great way for you to debug. Otherwise, you need to add wait statements or breakpoints and so on. href, you're right. Thank you so much. It is href. It is not URL. It would be href there. Channel views posted on video URL. So what is very critical team is the structure of your code itself. How clear will it be for anyone else to understand? Okay. Now let's put vChannel here. Views. See, as a QA engineer, as an automation engineer, our patience level should be supreme. We cannot say that, okay, you know what, I will only do for few. You have to do it complete team. If during a training session, if I'm showing you complete, during practice, you got to do a little bit more than that. So what am I expecting team? Oh, this is nice. It's got the formulas as is. This value from the Excel, it should not, it should handle it. But what I'll do is I'll copy this and I'll paste it over itself, but this time only the values. Okay, so this is done. We're not writing anything back, team. We just want to execute and see what comes out. So let's see, any issues on finding an element, it'll also throw an error for us. So instead of clicking on a video, we're trying to get the information of the first video without clicking on it. Oh, wow. Team, I'm gonna go grab some water. Quick question, team. We are already in the 12th session. Some of you have not been members who are still attending. So can you confirm if you're a member or not? And if you're not, that is fine. I'm not kind of ridiculing it. Just that we'll work on getting you onboarded, or what's your next step onto it. We need to be sharing files. We need to move it into online. We've been just putting videos there. So please finish this poll once. I'll just quickly come back in a second, team. Start recording. Hide it out and let's get going. Can you see my screen, or can you see still the poll? My screen, correct? And see the earlier A 2A4 and all that we saw, the formula that went away for us. So that's good. The second thing is we got 11 rows, column 6. That was there as an input there. But for me, the most important thing is title is unboxing the new Samsung Galaxy Fold. Is that correct? Where is it? Unboxing the new Galaxy phone. Hello. Trending. Where is it? Unboxing. iPhone 11 unboxing. Let me see again. What was the print? Unbox therapy. 2.6 million views 1 day ago. This is the URL after the test. Got the trending view. Unboxing the new Samsung Galaxy Fold. Are you able to see what I'm not able to see? I don't know where you're seeing. See, where is it coming from? Is it here? Trending? Let's run it again. We'll know if it changed. And if each time it changes, then it's a trouble for us too. It's getting it before clicking on trending team. Got it. See, the first video that you see out here that was coming up when we were clicking on trending. Let's load this. See, youtube.com, and then click on trending. It was coming up first, and it was not that it was not. Previous page, there were 2 pages. So what I can do is here, after we click on this title, which is click for trending videos. So see, the title is so generic, it could be for anything. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're not clicking on this link yet. Let's click on this link after we get the data. Okay, so we got the information. Now I'm going to click on it, go there, and then that's it. I will go back my driver dot navigate. I'll use navigate. I hard coded it, right? Let me, oopsie, I'm just cleaning up team, Control X. Here only creating. Here it will navigate to youtube.com. Maximize the window. Window maximize also, I'll take it out from here. I've not used implicit wait yet, team. Somewhere we'll find an issue that we will do. And what I want to do here is after I click here, I want to sleep for 2 seconds. So give it sufficient time to go to the next page of trending videos and then get the information and then navigate back. So this navigation, I'm not worried. But if I get this content, then I want to put it back into my array. So that would be my next objective, right? But let's first finish it for one, then we can do for more sets of data. Now it gave an error. Uh, title is nothing, channel view posted on what? Element not interactable, line 70. Ting, 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 ting. This came in. But why did it print all blank? See, each time it is acting a little weird, and we want to rationalize that and put it into something more simple and standard. Let's try again. Okay, all correct. But see, nothing. Nothing came out, team, and that's a little sad. Though we waited for 2 seconds, did it not wait enough? What if I say wait for 4 seconds and then get me the information? I'm getting a link though, but how come it's giving blank? Trending, trending, trending. We said this trending here too. And we have to kind of wait for it to load. That is true. And this is what we are trying to identify. Inspect this. Let's inspect this. It's all about element inspections, team. Okay, idle video title is there, and then we have this. This is going to the next one. So here I have the details for the channel. ID is the byline container, and channel ID, channel name is here, YTD. What did we use? ID equals. Let's use this. See, there's a total different XPath for this, the way I look at it. Now, the same one here, let's go down a little bit. Royal family, inspect. So I'm here, and this is under this. I'm just slowing it down, team. I've not gone, we're not stuck anywhere, just slowed it down. Whenever we have that issue as to how these elements are being identified, we want to slow things down. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Right click, inspect, and we are here. So where are we pointing to? This one. Now this ID is text. It's coming from div ID class container channel names. It's all in the channel name. If I say ID is channel name here, so copy XPath. Oopsie. Paste it. Oopsie. This may give us the first one, channel. See what I've done, instead of going into there's so many elements. How does HTML get organized, team? The main objective would be there would be a hierarchy. So this element is inside this element, it is inside this element, and so on. So that hierarchy becomes important of where it is located. So if you look at some of the XPaths that we got, for example here, ID is metadata line, then span one. Oopsie. and then it says span 2. So what is the difference between the span 1 and span 2? So by using id equals metadata line, we will get somewhere in this code. Okay, and with that, I know that the first one in that would be the views, and the second one is the posted on. So that is how we are able to get anything that works for identification well tested for us. That is what we need to import. Now, I've changed the channel name, how we're getting. Let's try to inspect this a little bit more deeper. What we're getting. A ID is video title. That would be there for almost everything. YouTube simple endpoint styles title 10 things. See, this title will keep changing, but we want to capture that. Href will change, label will change, this text will change. We cannot be sure. Maybe H3 we can use, that is possible. Or there is this div ID title wrapper, or here, but this is containing the whole thing. See how this display is changing? Or let's say here. Now see, this is the entire thing, that whole block, including the thumbnail, is here under this div. So if I expand this div, it is giving me the first video. Okay, so I could go even from first one and then items in it, but let's see how I can do it regular. This H3, there's title wrapper. How about if I use ID's title wrapper? Will it get me the first one at least? But the same would be there even here. That's the problem. See, inspect. And if I inspect this, or $twins, href, so string ID is container. So, we're able to channel name. See, I'm able to say this is also channel name. Now, which is the first channel name then? Yeah, right? So I'm seeing some 3 videos at the top. Is it going to get switching live with Jeffree Star? I don't know. We can try. So I have ID's channel name, video title, it is getting it. By.id title. Is it going to trending? It is going to trending. If I change this, how will I get this? Let's try. Maybe here, class or ID's title wrapper. This is good too. H3 is there. But H3 is there for everything. H3, is it there for this too? Inspect. Yeah, it's H3 as well. So there's too many H3s from the beginning. I can try and use H3 too, but at ID is video title. ID is video title. I think this is fine. Only one more views. Let me see how I can get to views. Inspect. See, 1 million views we're saying. We want to get this. ID is metadata line under that first span. That is what we're doing. ID is metadata line under that second span. Where is the second span? Here. So the first span, second span. That is what we have here. See, first span, second span, 1 and 2. And then video URL is this. Let's run this team. I'm inquisitive. There's nothing with my Excel read so far, but yes, I'll have to write something there. Let's expect it goes to trending. Yes, it does. Now what does it print out for us? Nothing at all. What if we click on it, go to the, why did it was printing, correct, earlier team? Why did it stop printing? Let me hide the sleep and run it again. Why do you think that's happening? I don't know what you're writing, Chitra. Doesn't make sense. See, that will be very confusing for me to take and explain. It has to be very simple and clear. That is the whole purpose. Ah, wow, there's too many running. Let me close them. Okay, now it's getting unboxing the new Samsung Galaxy Fold. And that I think is coming from home. Somewhere it's coming, I don't know where. Unboxing. The new, see the second one there. In between, when I'm clicking on trending, for a microsecond, you'll see that coming there somewhere. And here you wouldn't see that anymore. But why did it print all empty? Now, this is where I think we can take the assistance of record and run team of either Selenium Ide or Catalan. Let's try either of them and see what happens. So I don't think the tools will be working on this. YouTube.com. Catalan is fine. Catalan recorder. Record. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this here. Where's my Catalan recorder? And how do I go to youtube.com? Okay, youtube.com. Where would be trending videos? If I'm signed in, if I sign out, I don't know how to sign back in team. Okay, so let me see. Trending, there is something called trending here at least. So I've clicked on trending. So this could have got captured. I hate these normalize things that it gives. Very, very pathetic XPath identification it has. Extremely pathetic team. So let's see, inspect element, Catalan recorder, verify text, Catalan recorder again, verify text, Catalan recorder again. See, it's again hard coding everything. What is the point? It does no, one of the most pathetic things I've seen. Team. It doesn't even know how to advise the right XPath and suggest stop. See here, unless I click here and try and find more, this is a horrible way of representing XPath. What is this nonsense? I've never seen a worse identification of elements. Link is BR football. Link is this. That in human will that will change. This will fail. So who's gonna do things? Let's do on Selenium Ide once. Oops, HP UFT open. Why? We've got a new test. YT VDF1. Okay. Start recording. Thank you. Then we'll click on trending. At least it gives me a CSS style. Don't do all mouse over, please, for me. Slowing my system down, team. Hello. Okay, now it comes. It's an unresponsive team. Please bear with me. Oh, I need Eclipse. I don't know which ones to close. Please. Sorry, yeah, patience is what we require. Because all I need is just the basic identification methodology. And then we can set a logic to that pattern. Can I get a little breathing point here? Forget it. Not going to do it. Stop. Delete. I right click team to get the command. It's taking forever. So basically what we're doing now, we're going to apply this, identify how to get this information and loop it through so it can go and get to know all the trending videos that are currently ongoing team. It's just slow team. Yeah, not right now, please, because I don't want a solution for these. I'm not looking for a solution. We are looking for a structure and a discipline of how to make it happen. Because the X path should be very, very clear. With this session, I want everyone to understand how we need to identify the elements. Okay. First, let me get this in a way that everyone can understand. You can write to me offline, please. The record is not happening, team. I did try earlier too. Test suites, I did a few. It was working fine then. Let me try. Where are they? Open project. There's something in desktop. I put. This was something I'd done long back. See, it was able to get something. Let's see. Let's try and run this test. This was running on my channel team to get information, but it was not on the trending. So, but it should still be able to do it. No, this was only running on the channel, one view, one video. Here I have seen multiple ways of identifying, and that's the beauty at least of Selenium. So I can look at different ways. This is what I'm looking at. It has to be structured in a way so that I just have to keep changing the name of it. This is all correct, team. So somewhere we're not able to get that data. Also, maybe we have to scroll down a bit into the page, because let's do that. Let's finish this tomorrow, team. Okay, I thought I'll finish it in one. The idea will then be to take this information and put it back into that Excel. So tomorrow I'm going to create a simple for loop for int I equals, we'll start with 1 because of the 0 count of arrays, and I is less than x rows and I plus plus. That is nothing but I equals I plus 1. Review of the same. So now each time we're going to repeat this. And in fact, even navigating, let's start from navigating to, because we may be clicking through and going to some of the pages around it. Now in here, what would happen once you're getting the information? I don't need to put it actually into variables. I can as well take it and put it into XTD. So see, like this is fine. So let's look at that Excel. Type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So XTD I would be the column number, 1 would be the video title. And so this like is a little wrong route, longer route. We're using variables just in between, but that's fine. We may need it somewhere. Two, three, four, five. And this is channel. Okay. And what we want to do is repeat it for all rows that we have, get that information back and put it in there. But see, each time I'm doing it on the same video. I need to be doing it on multiple videos. But at least let's run through and see what will come out as an output for us. Will it be able to at least generate the output? Another 2 minutes, team, will wind up for today. One more session on DDF with this, then we will get to KDF. Because complex, more dynamic element identification is something that we need to really focus. It is good. You're seeing how it is looping through the entire channel and trying to look at something at least. It is getting some content. I don't know from where. That's the problem. I need to know exactly from where is it getting most of the content. Now, it did face in file, not found exception. What file you did not find? Oh, that was open. That's why. See, otherwise everything was done. Now let's redo this, team, once again, please, so that we get an output file. If you're writing, that is when you don't want to have, oops. If you're writing into an Excel, you don't want to have the Excel open. Okay, great. Looks like execution done. It's all green here. That basically means I can go to my results sheet and see what has happened. Okay, so see, I'm getting these. And where would these be? Switching lives with Dolly and twins. Switching lives with Jeffree Star. I see the, okay, Dolly and twins comes here. Bringing the Babish City, let's go. I don't know where those are. Let me Switching ultimate commentary video. Ain't it repeating, team? Don't you see this? Yeah, it is repeating. It is supposedly repeating also, because in fact it is supposed to do the same thing over and over again, because my code ain't changing. Correct? My code was not changing, so every video should have been the same. But now I have 1, 2, 3 different types of videos, and 4 and 5. Right? So how is this coming? From where is it coming? That uncertainty. The same thing, let's say that tomorrow I want to put a search term here. This is YTDDF1, right? So I'll save this as YT trending. I'll say search. Now, if I add a search term somewhere, can I get the top 10 videos? So the same code I'm going to take, copy it, and make the top 10 videos that are coming out of it. That will be the next one we'll do tomorrow after finishing this. Team, that's it from my side. Any questions? Anyone? Sorry, I know it's getting late for most of you in the East Coast, correct? Next batch I'm trying to do at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. That will be 8:30 Eastern. Any questions for me, please? Team, then great. That's it. Let's continue tomorrow. Okay. And day after, let's start keyword driven framework. Thank you, everyone. Happy practicing. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't do any books or anything, team. Please. Overkill is overkill. Just focus on these. That's it. Don't do anything more. Just practice on whatever we're doing. Keep on practicing on that. Element identification, YouTube is more than enough. Practice on it. Don't read books. Please don't read books or anything. And don't use Selenium Ide and Catalan Recorder to a large extent. See how the issues were coming up? But we need to get the basic structure together and then understand. Follow my lecture, go through the sessions till the end. You will get element identification broken down in all lectures. Then you can Google and find solutions, team. That is solutions, small, simple things. But if you need the whole concept, that whole lecture will go through. All right. We'll keep exploring more and more complex applications onto it, elements too. All right, great. I'll see you all tomorrow then. Thank you. Bye.